Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. Alright, we have a really fun episode. We're going to be reviewing Venom number 11. Check that crazy cover out, Venom versus Venom fight on the front cover. Super awesome. Art by Hitch, writing by Ram V. Now, before we get dived into this week's issue of Venom 12, I do want to let you guys know about the 500 subscriber giveaway. When we hit 500 subscribers, we'll be giving this book away. It's a Silver Cerberus number 1. All you have to do is like the video, comment down below, and be subscribed to the channel. And yeah, when we hit 500 subscribers, we'll be raffling the book off. And based on comments on the road to 500, all right, guys, let's go ahead and get dived into Venom number 12. Now, there's a couple more things to go over as usual. First off, I do want to let you know we're going to be going heavy into spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled for Venom 12, that's your warning. Next, I do want to shout out the creative team because without the creative team, without the creative team, we wouldn't have a comic book. Now, here on Venom 12, we have the writer is Ram V. The pencils are done by Brian Hitch. The inks are by Andrew Curry. Colors by Alex Sinclair. And VC's Clayton Cowles is doing the letters. I'll go ahead and start with the foreword. And that says, or reads, years ago, Eddie Brock was a reporter whose career was ruined, and he contemplated ending his own life. But he found a kindred spirit, an extraterrestrial parasitic alien called a symbiote. The creature bonded to him, and the two were joined together. They are Venom. Eddie Brock, the King in Black, leader of the symbiote species and the center of its telepathic hive mind, inadvertently dislodged his consciousness from space-time. He has become a rat in a maze, and at its center is an evil and near omnipotent King in Black called Meridius. And Eddie's learned the horrifying truth. He is Meridius, or he will be. Eddie is destined to become all the Kings in Black across time and space, including the raging monster Bedlam. Eddie's son Dylan, now bonded to the Venom symbiote, was attacked and left in a comatose state by Bedlam. But Dylan's consciousness, saved by Venom, awoke in a world surrounded by symbiotes, a great black cage, and guarded by a keeper, barring Dylan's way out. And so here we arrive at that Venom, Eddie Brock in the Venom space. It's not really Eddie. It's like this, lingering remembrance of Eddie. And he says to Dylan, "The only way out, Dylan Brock, is through me." And and Dylan says, "Dad, stop! I don't want to do this. I don't want to fight you." And Eddie, I don't know what I'm gonna call him, Venom World Eddie. And so Venom World Eddie says, "And I raised you too naive to question my choices. My mistakes stalk your every step now. My past and my future are both converging upon you, and you will not face the truth up there if you cannot face your own truth down here. The truth is that I started all this. I told you to bond with the symbiote, and you are not ready. I gave you the symbiote. I gave you a piece of myself, and you're too frail." He says, "No, that's not. That's enough." And it's like he mortally wounds him with his powers that kind of this Venom World Eddie has brought out of him. And then so then Dylan starts crying and he says, "Why? Why are you doing this? Why are you making me do this?" And Venom World Eddie says, "Is that really the question you want to ask your father?" And as he's dying, Dylan asks, he says, "Why? Why did you leave? Before all of this, when you got your powers, you knew what you were becoming. Why didn't you stay? Wasn't I important enough?" And this, Venom World Eddie is stunned and has no response for a moment, and then he replies, I don't have your answers, boy. After all, I am only the memory of your father, but I can tell you this. Sometimes the only answers you get are the ones you figure out for yourself. But that path begins with stepping out of the shadows that fall so darkly upon you. We must all overcome our fathers one way or another. Maybe Eddie Brock leaving had nothing to do with you. Maybe Eddie's the fool who needs saving, son. When you go up there, don't be afraid. It knows that you are its keeper, and it knows the truth of who you both are. As we see Dylan kind of empowered by the blood of his fallen father, and changes the color of his Venom logo on his chest to red, and that might have importance for what's coming up too, guys. And so then Dylan starts climbing up, right? And he's like, I'll find my way out of here. I will learn the truth. And then, Father, I'm coming for you. And then we see at the Life Foundation, the medical research hub, the body of Dylan is being transported away. And who's there in charge of it but that guy with the spear. I forget his name right now. The spearman. And who shows up but Sleeper Agent from the last issue. And him and Spear Guy, so you guys can see there who I'm talking about. Sleeper Agent is the yellow character, and Spear Guy is the guy with the spear. It's kind of silver, red, and blue. That's his name's not Spear Guy. I forget his name. It's something not too terrible, but so they start fighting, and pretty much ends rather quickly, as Sleeper Agent uses different chemicals that he has to just completely make it so that all his spears do nothing as soon as they get near Sleeper Agent. The gas that's kind of emanating around him just disintegrates it all. And so he just comes in and swift boots him and basically says, we're infinitely stronger with a host than without one. And even among them right now, I am the most powerful symbiote you've ever met. You come for that boy again and I'll tear you apart one molecule at a time. Speaking of the boy, here's another thing you didn't know I could do. Self-assembling remote resonant ectoplasm. A copy. As he kind of disappears, and the guy looks over to see that the actual Sleeper Agent is already running off with the body of Dylan, and they fly away with Dylan in a helicopter. And then we get back to Dylan in Venom World, and so he's trying to find Venom, right? But then there's, he hears this voice as he approaches the center of this construct, and it says, Dylan Brock, the keeper at the gates, having murdered my past, now you walk into my cage. Mew Clintar. What lies at its heart, do you know? And Dylan says, the truth. He said I would find the truth here. And the unknown voice says, did he know? Perhaps in a way he was right. The truth is a mirror after all. So tell me, Dylan Brock, who are you? Dylan says, I am Venom. And the unknown voice says, no, not just yet. You can sense it, can't you? The meaning coursing through the black. I am Venom, who are you? He replies, I am Dylan Brock. The unknown voice says, son of Eddie Brock? But you have known deep within yourself that you are more. You are my son, as much as you are his. Who are you? Dylan says, I don't know. The unknown voice says, no, don't run away from it. There's no escaping the truth. As he kind of gets melded into this mirror, is the best way to describe it. And as he comes through, it's like he's being reborn again, is the best way to describe the art here. And the unknown voice says, yes, you have known this from the very beginning. With every cell dividing into another Anne Wang's womb, you have known this truth many times over. He taught you to run from it all your life because he loved you. But turning away from a mirror, does not let you run from yourself. I named you long ago when you were born, and I thought you were the most beautiful thing then, my son. I once told Eddie Brock the meaning of your name, and he thought it beautiful too. As we see kind of visions of the King in Black, and says, each time you bond with a Clintar, you rip them from the hive. You can change your symbiote, not by thought, but by instinct. But he feared what it would mean for you, so he bound it to a terrible power and hid it deep within my body. Reach within me now, find it. Do you understand the meaning of your name? Dylan Brock is the name of Eddie's son, but I am not human. Venom is your name. I am not Clintar. I am the broken chain. I know it now, the truth and meaning. I am not a cage, not an eventuality, but an endless possibility. I am freedom. I am a key, a codex. As we see the last page reveal here of Codex. And that is the end of Venom number 12. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely this was actually honestly one of the best issues for me from the entire series. I really enjoyed kind of some of the interplay, and you really got a sense of Dylan's frustration with this situation and his father being the King in Black and the god of symbiotes and basically too busy to do anything or hang out with him. And it really kind of came with the feels right there. As always, you know, the art team is phenomenal on this book. Hitch, Curry, and Sinclair. And I'm super enjoying this story Ram V's weaving right now. This issue was pretty much entirely dedicated to moving along. Maybe even the last two issues are super dedicated to moving along the storyline of Dylan. And yeah, you know, Codex is shown back up now. Definitely a fan favorite. I know I think he's a cool character, and you know, could be used more for sure. So yeah, I give Venom 12 a thumbs up. All right, guys, that's what I have today. Remember, if you like this kind of content, click the like button, comment down below, be subscribed to the channel. Give yourself a chance to win the book, the Silver Cerberus #1 store exclusive. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow, and have a great day.